When was the last time you did something just for yourself? It's a question that often leaves many of us stumped. In the hustle and bustle of life, we tend to overlook our own needs, prioritizing others over ourselves. It's a commendable trait, no doubt, but it begs the question, are we forgetting to treat ourselves? Welcome to a conversation about self-care, a topic that weaves its way through our lives, yet often gets shoved to the back burner. It's about acknowledging your needs, your desires, and taking a moment to cater to them. It's about creating balance in a life that's often skewed towards caring for others. We're not just talking about spa days or shopping sprees, though they have their place. Self-care is about nurturing your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It's about taking that me time you've been thinking about or spending a quiet afternoon with a book. It's about acknowledging that you too need care and attention. So, let's take a dive into the world of self-care, exploring why it's important, how you can incorporate it into your daily life, and how to overcome the barriers that might stand in your way. Remember, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. So why does self-care matter? Well, it's not just about pampering ourselves, though that's certainly a nice perk. It's about ensuring we're at our best, both physically and mentally, to face the challenges and opportunities that life throws our way. Think about it. When our bodies are well rested and nourished, they're better equipped to fight off illness and fatigue. That's why regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are all important components of self-care. They're not just good for our bodies, they're good for our minds too. Physical activity has been shown to reduce stress and improve mood, while a healthy diet and sleep can boost our mental agility and resilience. But self-care isn't just about the physical. It's also about taking care of our mental and emotional health. This might mean setting aside time for meditation or mindfulness, or maybe it's about engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. It could be reading a book, drawing, playing an instrument, or spending time in nature. The key is to find what works for you, what makes your soul sing, and make it a regular part of your routine. And the benefits extend beyond our personal well-being. When we're feeling good physically and mentally, we're more productive. We're better able to focus, problem solve, and be creative. This can translate into improved performance at work or school and even better relationships. When we're taking care of ourselves, we're more patient, understanding, and kind to the people around us. There's plenty of research to back this up. Studies have shown that regular self-care practices can reduce the risk of physical and mental health problems, improve productivity and job satisfaction, and even enhance relationship satisfaction. So, while it might feel indulgent or even selfish to prioritize self-care, the reality is that it's anything but. It's a necessary and valuable practice that benefits not just us, but the people and communities we're a part of. In essence, self-care is an investment in our overall well-being. Now that we understand why self-care is crucial, how do we incorporate it into our daily lives? Well, one of the first steps toward effective self-care is setting aside time each day for relaxation. This could mean different things for different people. For some, relaxation might look like reading a book or taking a warm bath. For others, it might be listening to their favorite music or watching their favorite show. Regardless of what it looks like, the key is to find something that helps you unwind and make it a consistent part of your day. Engaging in regular physical activity is another important aspect of self-care. Exercise has been proven to reduce stress and improve mood. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon or lift heavy weights. Even a quick walk around the block or cooking yourself a meal can make a big difference. The goal is to move your body in a way that feels good to you. Maintaining a healthy diet is also crucial for self-care. Our bodies need the right nutrients to function at their best. This means eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. But remember, self-care isn't about deprivation. It's perfectly okay to treat yourself to your favorite foods in moderation. Practicing mindfulness is another powerful self-care strategy. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, without judgment. It can help us become more aware of our thoughts and feelings so we can better manage stress and anxiety. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even simply savoring a cup of tea. Let's not forget about the importance of social connections in self-care. Spending time with loved ones, whether it's in person or through video chat, can provide a much-needed boost to our emotional well-being. And if you're going through a tough time, don't hesitate to lean on these connections for support. Finally, remember that self-care isn't a one-size-fits-all. What works for one person might not work for another. The most important thing is to listen to your body and your mind and do what feels best for you. With these strategies, we can start to make self-care a regular part of our daily routine. But what if you find it difficult to prioritize self-care? This is a question many of us may grapple with, and it's perfectly normal. There are common barriers that can stand in the way of embracing self-care, and it's important to address these hurdles head-on. One of the most common barriers is a lack of time. For many, the hustle and bustle of daily life can make it seem impossible to carve out time for self-care. But here's a secret: self-care doesn't have to consume hours of your day. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, savoring your morning coffee, or listening to your favorite song. It's all about making the most of the moments you have. So start by scheduling self-care activities into your day, just as you would any other important task. Another barrier to self-care is guilt. Sometimes we feel guilty for taking time for ourselves when there are other demands on our time and energy. But remember, self-care is not a selfish act. In fact, it's a necessity. Think of it this way: you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to take care of yourself before you can effectively take care of others. So, reframe self-care as a non-negotiable part of your routine, not a luxury. Lastly, not knowing where to start can be a significant roadblock. Self-care is a personal journey, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key is to start small. Try different activities and see what resonates with you. It could be a short walk in nature, a relaxing bath, or a few minutes of mindfulness. There's no right or wrong way to do self-care, as long as it helps you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. Remember, overcoming these barriers is a crucial step towards making self-care a regular part of your life. So don't be discouraged if you encounter obstacles along the way. With patience, persistence, and a little bit of creativity, you can incorporate self-care into your daily routine and reap its many benefits. So start today, and remember, you're worth it. So what have we learned today? We've embarked on a journey of understanding the significance of self-care. It's not just a buzzword or a fleeting trend, but an essential part of maintaining a balanced life. We've learned that self-care is about honoring our needs and desires, and that it's okay to prioritize ourselves. In today's world, where the pace of life is relentless and the challenges can be overwhelming, self-care serves as a reminder that it's not selfish to take care of ourselves. It's about ensuring our well-being and maintaining our mental health. Because let's face it, we can't pour from an empty cup. We've also looked at practical ways to infuse self-care into our everyday lives. Whether it's a simple breathing exercise to calm our minds, reading a book to relax our bodies, or a video chat with a loved one to feed our soul, these are all acts of self-care. Even little indulgences like shopping, savoring a meal at a favorite restaurant, or spending time in nature can be transformative. But it's not always easy. We've tackled the barriers that often prevent us from indulging in self-care. The guilt of putting ourselves first, the lack of time, or the societal pressures, they all can make self-care seem like a luxury. But we've learned that it's not. It's a necessity, and there are ways to overcome these barriers. Remember, self-care isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's personal and unique to each one of us. What works for one may not work for another, and that's okay. The important thing is to listen to our bodies and minds and do what feels right for us. So don't forget to treat yourself, because you deserve it. Until next time, take care of yourself.